Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Today, Alex, Tuna, and Henry spend a simple morning at the local market. Warm smells, busy streets, and quiet little moments that feel like family. They shop for the cold season ahead, laugh through the crowd, and head home with hearts lighter than the bags in the car. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. All right, let's begin. Alex pulled up to Tuna's bamboo gate while the morning air still felt cool and clean. He turned the engine off, stepped out, and smiled like today didn't need to be anything complicated. Tuna came out with Henry on her hip. Henry blinked at the car, then brightened the moment he saw Alex, reaching out with both hands like he was claiming his place. Alex laughed softly, kissed Henry's cheek once, and handed him back so Tuna could lock the gate and tuck the baby's hat snug over his ears. "Market fair?" Alex asked. Tuna nodded. "Yes, let's go early." Alex opened the passenger door, then slid behind the wheel and drove with patient turns. The road loosened into town. Shops lifted their shutters. Warm breakfast smells drifted through the window. Grilled corn and sticky rice, mixing with the cool air until Tuna felt her shoulders drop a little. Henry sat on her lap, then leaned forward between the seats to grab Alex's finger. Alex led him, one hand on the wheel. One finger offered like a tiny promise that he was right there. Alex parked on the quieter edge of the market, so they didn't step straight into the thickest crowd. The moment they walked in, sound wrapped around them. Vendors calling prices, plastic bags snapping, footsteps over dirt and concrete. Tuna's instincts rose, sharp and alert, the way they always did when too many people moved too close. Alex didn't tell her to relax. He simply stayed near her shoulder and matched her pace, steady like a railing. Henry stared at everything with wide eyes, bright fabrics, baskets of oranges, shiny cooking pots. Tuna couldn't help it. She smiled. They started with warm clothes. A stall hung with padded jackets and tiny sweaters lined up in neat rows. Tuna ran her fingers along a sleeve, testing softness, then pressed the fabric lightly to judge thickness. Alex lifted a small jacket and held it against Henry's chest. Henry immediately grabbed the zipper and tried to bite it. Tuna sighed, amused. "He bites everything," Alex whispered. "Then we choose the one he can bite safely." Tuna picked a warm top first, then a softer inner layer. She checked seams, the way the collar might rub, and whether the fabric would itch. The seller talked fast, suggesting brighter colors and bigger sizes. Tuna stayed calm and firm, bargaining in the quiet, practical way she always did. Alex didn't interrupt. He only held Henry so Tuna could use both hands, and when she nodded that she was satisfied, Alex paid quickly and tucked the bag under his arm. Next came socks and hats. Tuna paused at a table, covered in knitted caps and thick little socks. She chose a hat that covered the ears properly and 2 pairs of thick socks. Henry stared at the hat like it was suspicious, then tried to grab it too. Alex held it just out of reach and said, dead serious, "No, sir. This is for winter." Henry answered with an offended sound. Tuna laughed, and the tightness in her chest eased. They moved to blankets. An older woman sat behind stacks of folded fabric, tapping each pile into perfect squares. Tuna lifted one corner and rubbed it against her cheek. 2 layers, Alex said, practical. 1 thin, 1 thicker. Tuna nodded. As she chose colors, Alex walked Henry slowly along the aisle, letting him watch the crowd without getting overwhelmed. Henry calmed against Alex's shoulder, eyes tracking movement like he was studying a new world. When Alex came back, Tuna noticed Henry's grip on Alex's shirt, tight, trusting. Something warm shifted in her chest. They paused at a stall selling ginger and honey. The jars caught sunlight and glowed amber. Alex bought a jar of honey and a small bag of ginger without making it dramatic. Tuna glanced at him. "You like ginger?" Alex shrugged. "I like you not getting cold." Tuna looked away quickly, embarrassed by how much that simple sentence softened her. They stopped for something warm to drink. A small stall poured hot soy milk into paper cups. Steam rose into the cool air, sweet and comforting. Tuna took a careful sip. Alex took one too, then handed Henry a tiny piece of sticky rice, watching as the baby chewed with serious concentration. Henry got sticky hands instantly. Tuna wiped his fingers with a cloth and shook her head, smiling. Alex leaned closer and murmured, "He's having the best day." Tuna looked at Henry's bright eyes, then at Alex's calm face, and felt something settle deeper. The market was still loud and crowded, but with Alex beside her, it didn't feel like pressure. It felt like life. They turned into the produce aisle next, where green leaves and bright colors filled every basket. Tuna's pace changed here. She checked stems, tapped tomatoes, chose onions that felt heavy, and lifted leafy greens to look underneath, quick and confident. For a moment, she wasn't tense at all. She was herself again. Alex held the bags and watched with a small smile. "You're fast," he said. Tuna glanced up. "This part I understand." Henry reached toward a cucumber, determined. Tuna moved it away with a gentle, "No," and Henry protested loudly enough to make a vendor laugh. Alex leaned close and whispered to Henry like it was a secret, "Your mom is strict." Tuna tried to look serious, but she failed and laughed. At a scarf stall near the corner, Alex picked up a soft scarf and draped it over Tuna's shoulders before she could refuse. It wasn't flashy, just warm, simple, and practical. Tuna's fingers held the edge for a second, and the warmth on her neck felt like a quiet kind of care. By late morning, their bags were already starting to fill. Warm clothes, blanket bundles, and small winter basics. Alex adjusted the bags so nothing crushed the hat or wrinkled the blanket too tightly. He didn't treat her like she couldn't handle things. He just made the load lighter without needing applause. Henry's eyelids began to flutter from all the stimulation. Tuna shifted him higher on her hip and kissed his forehead. Alex nodded toward the next aisle, where the market continued like a winding river of color and sound. "Let's keep going," he said softly. Slowly, Tuna nodded, took one steady breath, and stepped forward with him, feeling, more than anything, warm. They kept moving through the market at a slower pace, letting the crowd flow around them instead of fighting it. The sun climbed higher and warmed the tops of the stalls, but the air still carried that early season chill in the shadows. Vendors shouted friendly warnings when motorbikes squeezed through narrow gaps. Somewhere nearby, a radio played an old song low enough that it blended into the noise like background comfort. Henry's eyelids fluttered, then opened again as if he refused to miss anything. Tuna adjusted him higher on her hip, and Henry immediately reached out for a string of dried corn hanging from a stall. Tuna gently pulled his hands back and murmured, "Not that." Alex leaned in and said to Henry in a serious voice, "You're not allowed to buy the whole market." Henry answered with a happy babble, completely unconvinced. They turned into the dry goods section next. Large sacks of beans and rice stood in neat lines. Spices sat in open bowls. Star anise, cinnamon, dried chilies, filling the air with warm smells that made Tuna think of cold evenings and hot soup. Tuna moved along the stalls, choosing with quick confidence a little dried mushroom, a bundle of herbs, and a few simple seasonings. Alex didn't rush her. He held the bags and watched her hands the way he watched a field survey. Quiet, attentive, trusting her instincts. They stopped at a stall selling thick gloves and warm socks again, and Tuna added one more pair for Henry, then hesitated. Alex noticed. What? Tuna lowered her voice. Maybe a thicker blanket. Alex nodded as if he'd expected it. Okay. They went back to the blanket stall and chose one heavier, not showy, just practical. Tuna tested it against her cheek again, then nodded once, satisfied. Alex paid without making a scene, then folded it carefully so it wouldn't drag. As they walked, Henry finally gave in to sleep. His head drooped against Tuna's shoulder. His fingers relaxed. His breathing slowed into that soft baby rhythm that makes everything else quieter, even inside a crowded market. Tuna's whole body softened the moment he slept. Alex noticed too and lowered his voice automatically, like the sleeping baby deserved respect from the world. "Want to sit for a minute?" he asked. Tuna nodded. They found a small bench near a tea stall, slightly away from the loudest aisle. The bench wasn't clean, so Alex wiped it quickly with a tissue before Tuna sat. Tuna didn't say anything, but the gesture warmed her more than any scarf. Alex bought 2 cups of warm tea, then sat beside her with his knees angled toward her like he was creating a small shield from the crowd. Tuna sipped slowly while Henry slept. For a short moment, the market didn't feel noisy. It felt like a busy world happening around a quiet pocket of family. When Henry stirred again, it wasn't crying. Just a small grumble, like he was annoyed to wake up. Tuna patted his back and he settled, eyes half open. They stood and kept shopping. Tuna led them to a stall with simple household things. Basins, containers, small hooks, clips for hanging clothes. She picked a few practical items without hesitation, the kind that made daily life smoother when rain came and clothes took longer to dry. Alex smiled at the efficiency. "You shop like you manage a farm." Tuna glanced up. "Because I do." Alex nodded. "That's why you're good at this." They moved to a small clothing stall again, this time for Tuna. Tuna tried to walk past it quickly. Alex didn't block her, but he slowed down and lifted a simple jacket. Nothing expensive, just warm and easy to wear. "Try it," he said softly. Tuna hesitated. "I don't need it." Alex's tone stayed gentle. "I know you'll say that. Just try." Tuna gave in, put it on, and the fit surprised her. Comfortable, not tight, warm without feeling heavy. She looked in the small mirror hanging from the stall pole, then quickly looked away, shy. Alex smiled. "Good." Tuna's cheeks warmed. She didn't argue again. They didn't buy anything flashy for themselves. Mostly practical things, warm layers, small household tools, food that would keep, and winter basics. It was the kind of shopping that quietly says, "We're preparing for life." By early afternoon, their bags were full enough that Alex suggested they stop. He carried the heavier ones, shifting them so Tuna's hands stayed free for Henry. Tuna held Henry close and watched Alex walk ahead through the crowd, steady and calm, making space with his shoulder without being rude. At the car, Alex packed everything carefully into the back seat. Blankets on top, food and jars secured so they wouldn't roll. Then he opened the passenger door, waited until Tuna was seated comfortably, and settled Henry safely against her. As Alex drove away, the market noise faded behind them, like a radio being turned down. Henry grew sleepy again, eyelids fluttering. Tuna adjusted his blanket and watched the road unwind back toward quieter fields. The car felt warm now, filled with the smell of new fabric, oranges, and ginger. The bags rustled softly every time the road bumped. Alex drove with an easy, patient rhythm. Tuna looked at their purchases and felt something surprisingly emotional rise in her chest. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about things. It was the feeling of being prepared, of not facing the cold season alone, of not having to guess whether she and Henry would be okay. She glanced at Alex's hands on the wheel. "Steady," Sure. Then she looked down at Henry, peaceful and heavy in her arms. For a moment, Tuna didn't speak. She just let the calm settle into her bones, and as the road carried them home, the warmth of the day stayed with her. A market full of noise and strangers turned into a quiet memory of the three of them moving together like a family.
Alex lái xe đưa Tử Na và Henry ra chợ từ sớm, luôn ở bên vững vàng khi tiếng ồn và dòng người đông đúc dần bao quanh họ. Họ mua sắm những vật dụng thiết yếu trong mùa lạnh, quần áo ấm cho Henry, chăn mền, đồ khô và các vật dụng sinh hoạt đơn giản, chậm rãi và cẩn thận đi qua từng gian hàng. Henry phản ứng với mọi thứ bằng ánh mắt tò mò, mở to, rồi tiếp đi trong vòng tay Tử Na, biến sự hỗn độn của khu chợ thành một khoảnh khắc yên bình và ấm áp. Alex giữ cho không khí nó nhẹ nhàng bằng chút hài hước dịu dàng và những cử chỉ quan tâm nhỏ giúp Tử Na cảm thấy an toàn và không hề bị thúc ép. Kết thúc buổi đi chợ, túi đồ đã đầy, nhưng lòng Tử Na còn đầy đặn hơn, sẵn sàng cho mùa sắp tới và vững tin hơn rằng cô không còn phải đối mặt với cuộc sống một mình nữa.